Oh, and wow, you got cut up again. And we're back for another season, Survivor One World. I would like to welcome back to the fold Todd and Jerry, who were missing last season.
Yay! Hi, nice to be back.
And I would like to welcome for the first time around, he was a fan of last season, saw all the shit we talked about him, including the Alfred E. Newman that we plastered over his face in one episode, Unconquered from last season.
Yay!
Yay! Welcome, John.
Family.
Welcome.
We like to think that we were kind of part of the whole hazing process, and now you're actually in the fraternities.
That's it.
Who let him in? Who let him in?
All right, I'm going to go over a couple things real quick before we get rolling here. So I got a bunch of notes here. Oh, reality. I promised Jillian and I would talk about that. Reality Rally in Temecula. Do you guys know the dates? I don't have it off the top of my head.
April 15, 16, 17? No.
Yes.
It's that
14th is a
weekend.
Thursday, 15th is a Friday, 16 and 17.
Right. And I'll be there. Sandra, Yao,
It's 13, 14, and 15. Yes, I'll be there.
Rhino?
Nope.
No.
Nope. That was a serious note. You're just tired of all those emails you got.
It was my daughter's birthday.
Okay. Very acceptable excuse and understanding. I will also be making an appearance. I'll be talking about more in the weeks to come in Houston I'll be judging a tattoo contest, and then something in Florida, which I know Sandra's going to, right?
Celebration. Yes.
Now, when is that?
It's across the street. It's in July.
That's
please.
July, the end of July. The last
July.
weekend
That's
of July.
before Big Brother.
Yeah, that's July 27, 28, and 29.
Oh, that's right. Those.
It's for good
Yeah.
How
people.
will be there? Are you going there to Temecula too?
I will be there. I'm not sure about Temecula. The problem is that that's around exam season for me, so I have to
Who cares about exam? Come on, you can take an early exam. They'll give you a
away
raise.
my legal career by appearing on Survivor. So what's the
Oh.
Brainiac.
What's my neck of the woods?
Talk to Eliza. She came out with okay.
No, Eliza, she was supposed to be here. I wonder where she's at. Can I talk about anyone else doing 7-Up commercials besides Jerry's 7-Up commercial last night?
Oh yeah.
Is it all a secret, or can we talk about it?
I don't know. I don't know if
I
it's a
don't
secret.
Nobody's saying anything, so...
Yeah, I don't think it's a secret.
Okay, so we got Cochran's going to be doing a 7-Up commercial, Sandra's going to be doing a 7-Up commercial, and a couple others that aren't with us, but you can look forward to seeing them in the future weeks, pushing 7-Up on Survivor, which sound like it was a fun time. Sandra?
In my defense, I got paid, but not necessarily put on the TV, because I've done commercials before and I never see my face. So let's see if it pans out for me. For real.
I have a feeling this one you'll be on.
They put me in, I'm never on.
And
Hey, as long
technically,
as you get the check.
it's not really a 7-Up commercial for us. It's more.
And a
You know what I'm
Survivor
saying?
appearance.
Exactly.
See,
As an
that's-
actress,
I bet
we
you
don't
could
get
sound
paid.
like a national commercial.
No, we don't. That would be
bullshit.
great.
That's such bullshit. They always have a way to work around and fuck you.
The best one first with the veteran.
Oh, thanks. And you know what? I gotta say, I really love the footage that they use. Like the jumping off the cliff thing is still the scariest thing I've ever done in my whole life. That was
Your hair was fabulous. Your curls were all in the right place, girl.
You look great.
No,
You look
we're
really
definitely talking
good.
about people jumping into that net. I got a video, and we got some stuff to talk about. Before we get going, I want to let people know that what we're doing here for you guys isn't free. This video conferencing ends up costing us quite a bit of money. We did put a PayPal donate button on the front page of rtvzone.com. Please help us out and help us stop the bleeding so we can continue to entertain you with the cast.
You guys
that we
take
have.
foreign currency, Dick? Because I bet your Erno would probably attach his personal bank account to that fucker.
And when you use that card, they do the transfer for you.
If you tell him the 10% goes to Jerry's lingerie fund, he'll probably pump a good grand in there.
He's going to be very disappointed. Since the last time that we broadcast, both Jerry and myself are now engaged. but we know that Igor is gonna die.
Show off the ring.
If he really loves you, he's gonna be happy.
Very
It's a
nice.
sapphire.
It's a sapphire.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm all
That's
backwards
beautiful.
here.
You deserve it, girl. You deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Long time coming.
It's been a
I'll
long
have
time
to-
coming for
I'll have to
sure.
drag my girl in here to show off the ring that I got for her. It's very nice
Rob.
too. I think
Hey
we're-
Dick, I think we should let Cochran take pot shots at us. In all fairness,
Oh God.
Hey,
Just
Dick.
fresh shot.
after last season.
You were
I mean,
relatively well. Sandra was fantastic to me.
Sandra was
Nothing
great.
bad
You
to
were
say about
great.
Sandra.
Sandra gave you the best edit online that you could get. Now, if you want to save it till next time, you could just put together a little presentation for us, like a
Jerry's
PowerPoint.
fiance.
Nice.
Congratulations.
This is Ron.
Congrats.
Right on.
Congratulations.
Hi, Ron.
They said thanks. Congratulations.
Dick, she showed us hers. Now you got to show us yours.
My girl or her ring?
Both.
Well, I thought I showed you the picture in the magazine. She's downstairs right now. I'll bring her in next week. How's that?
Oh, all right.
All
I think
right.
it's her
You're
ring.
gonna hire
Make
a
sure her
stripper.
hairs did. If not, we're gonna talk crap.
Her ring is very, very nice. It's about, what did it end up being? Like a little bit over 1.25 carats marquee cut with a couple baguettes on the side. So it ended up being almost 2 carats. I like it. I think it's really pretty.
Wow,
She
look
likes
at
it.
Yeah.
you go.
And,
Attaboy, Dick. Attaboy.
Nice.
You know,
She's-
you don't need
she's
a
cool,
donate
she's
button. You got
pretty.
all that dough.
I forget.
Not anymore. After that ring. All right, and for people watching, I see people in the chat room right now saying, hey, I thought that Russell Hands was going to be there. I thought that Hatch is supposed to be there. Hatch said that he will be joining us at the end. I spoke to him earlier today. Russell Hands was supposed to be joining us on the telephone. I've been
But he
text
doesn't have a
messaging with
computer.
him back and forth. He had some iPad problems, but he was supposed to be on the phone. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe he'll
Big
be joining
loss.
us. Maybe he won't. I don't know. So we'll just have to see. So it's not false advertising. I did what I was going to say.
They got computers at the library.
You know, survivors are flaky people too. I mean, we got
It's
busy
all
schedules.
All reality people are flaky, man. Are you kidding me? Do you know how hard it was for me to get panels for Big Brother last summer? Oh, I thought I was going to fucking die.
You should have called me on that because I actually prefer that show as far as just a spectator.
Didn't you do a panel with me?
I
For Big
didn't, and
Brother?
I wanted to.
Oh, I thought you did.
I cried like Rhino in a corner.
We had so much fun on Big Brother. I had Shannon Elizabeth, who's coming out with another American Pie reunion
Yeah.
movie. She joined us. I had Ross
No offense, Ryan, I love
Matthews
you.
of The Tonight Show and
I love
Chelsea
you too,
Lately
man.
joined us for one. I had Sam Levine, who was in Freaks and Geeks, not another teen movie, and Inglourious Bastards joined us for one.
That guy is awesome.
Jeannie Buss, Jerry Buss's daughter, owner of the Lakers, and she's a huge fan. And she'll get on to Survivor. I thought this was a really good first episode where they actually got into character development instead of showing 4 people only. I thought right away they started fighting. Right away they're jockeying for position on the same beach. I like that they had the idols with for specific tribes. I think they did. This is a good start, in my opinion. Sandra, you're shaking your head no. Go ahead.
I didn't appreciate them having to give the idol away, but I did love the beginning of it. I like how Alicia, she's not my favorite, although she is Puerto Rican. I like how within a couple of minutes, she was in the majority alliance on her tribe, and then these brainiac frat dudes are over here it's going to be us 4, and I'm thinking, dude, you got to do the numbers. You need 5 to be in the majority. You guys,
Brainiacs?
you know how they're these frat boys.
Yeah, I'll say.
I'm being too
Brainiacs.
nice. But I like how they stayed separate. Nobody, I really feel like they stayed separate. The girls did their thing over there, they figured it out, and the guys stayed over there. So I like that they're not mingling just yet.
The girls are not too bright. When you steal fire, You make the trip out there.
God.
Go steal a big log. I mean, you make the went through all the trouble to sneak out. You go steal this tiny little twig, and the thing didn't make it. Get a big log, man. You know. It's the same risk.
I swear, what that reminded me of is if they were going to steal water and they had it in their hands,
Right.
and by the time they got back, it all leaked out of their hands or something. You go to the effort
I just don't know how they were all asleep. How were they sleeping? Like the.
You know what? That's a really
No!
actual snoring. I was like, wow, it must not be that bad.
And we had to talk about that. How many people here actually slept that soundly during their seasons? Because I felt like I couldn't sleep because I wanted to hear every fucking thing that someone said about me or
I
about
had
the
some
game.
good nights.
These guys are like they're taking Ambien on the show. I mean, come on!
Lex, you didn't hear it this year. They're actually prescribing Ambien to the contestants.
In the ladies' defense, when they woke up, they still had a little bit of smoke, but had they gone and gotten enough firewood, well, I'm guessing they didn't know what was going to happen because they didn't even know these two girls were going to go over there and steal the fire, but had they had enough wood, had they prepared for it, their fire could have went on. I mean, that...
as soon as they said no about the fire, I mean, if you even wrote in my notes somewhere, I would have just said, fuck off, we're going to steal it when you go to sleep anyway.
Yeah,
well, I got a question. They had no chicken coops. Is somebody's like holding on to these chickens while they sleep?
Wait a second.
Are they passing them from one person to the next?
I mean, did you guys not notice that they had those? They were carrying like wood in these like crates and wire crates. Why did they use that?
I feel like it was the chickens that were left over from when Jerry and Sandra were on Heroes and Villains at Tom Lounge, and they were running around. They're like, oh look, they're still here.
Our
crazy.
chickens came to us. We didn't have to go chasing them down.
You know what's so crazy? The whole time I kept looking at the beach. I kept going, okay, you know what? I think they're using the same beach. I think I remember that beach from like the Outback Steakhouse Challenge. I think I actually remember that beach partially from the final putting out of everyone's torches. I know that location.
I mean, it was the beach used last season.
It's in
It's
Samoa
identical to
again.
the Apollo Beach.
How many seasons in Samoa is this?
Four.
Four, I think. Yeah.
And you know, instead of them, you know, basically saying we needed to cut costs again, so this time we're going to have them all on one beach, and so we only have to have one production crew instead of two.
Half as many camera guys.
Wait. It shouldn't be Survivor One World. It should be Survivor One Location.
It's a big world. Don't tell me that they have to keep using this place over and over again.
I read somewhere where they had said that the last location they wanted to go to, the people kept saying, no, we need more money, and then they had what they were used to. And
They were going to go to Fiji. I thought it was Fiji.
They were Tonga, then Fiji. The Fiji was like a rumor at some point.
Well, they own Samoa at this point. I mean, after that hurricane hit, you know, Mark Burnett went in and said, we can save your people. And so now, Mark Burnett, I think, is actually the mayor of Samoa, in fact.
So wait, my question is for Cochran real quick. Sophie tweeted last night that they were chasing the chickens around in your key area. Is that where you guys would go potty?
So I mean that was the other tribe's camp. So I actually never went to that camp because our merge was at the Savai'i.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly, but I do believe her. What I found were just the coconuts that they took off the truck were like crappy, rotten coconuts. They were all, I mean, they wouldn't have been satisfying at all. I was actually kind of disappointed with how they stayed so separate from the very beginning. I think the stealing at the beginning, that set a tone where it's going to be us versus them the entire time. And what I was excited about the One World was like that there was going to be cross-tribal alliances. Colton and Sabrina is really the only thing we've seen of that so far.
Please, and Colton can be kicked in the face. He's a disgrace to gay boys. Please.
I was going to ask you
No, Pop, you're just jealous. He's funnier than you. I'm sorry.
Because I don't get around like this.
No. I call foul on Colton. Colton's horse shit.
I agree with
He's
that.
lazy. He's funny, but he's lazy.
I think you bring up a good point because I almost wondered if they were almost coached ahead of time and told, we don't want you guys cross-pollinating or mingling in the beginning, and if you, it's like, you know, when they tell you you can't talk about the TV show or about they don't want you singing songs. It just seemed so bizarrely suspect that more people didn't decide to just to kind of just
Correct.
to mingle, because that would have been my first inclination. I know, Sandra, you don't like it, but that would have been. I
No,
would have thought, why
it's not
wouldn't
that I
you
don't
not?
like it. I think it's too early, and I think that's why Alicia's going after that Christina chick, because she continued to go over there and try, politically to talk to these guys and try to get to know them. And I think that's what set Alicia off. Like, hey, we're going to stay here and do our thing and let them stay over there and do their thing.
So
that's the same thing with Colton, him coming and talking to the girls. The dudes don't like that. It's
Why
too
would
early.
Chinese lady at the Dragon Lady? Talk about stereotype.
What did I miss here? We're talking about.
Dragon Lady.
I want to go back to the gay guy Colton. Tom was talking about, and when I looked up their names, I almost fell out of my chair laughing because his last name is Cumby, and I could not see Probst making him a last name person with that last name. So I just had to say that and get that out there. Let's go. Which one? Let's go to let's go to the Tarzan clip. I think you guys are going to really like this. I was up late last night, with Pat trying to put this together. Actually, put it together. I just had the ideas. I think it'll be. I haven't seen it yet. I think it's going to be hilarious. So let's roll the Tarzan clip.
Okay, that right here in the colorful shirt. What's your name? Tarzan. First name? Greg Tarzan. Greg. What are you going to go by? Tarzan. Okay. So Colton, right away, that's a big statement. Call me Tarzan on a show called Survivor.
If he wants to swing, get me coconuts by all means.
If he wants to swing, give me
I'm like,
coconuts.
he can't be Tarzan. I'm Troyzan. He's like, this is my island. One guy called Tarzan, and I'm like, he can't be Tarzan. I'm Troyzan. I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.
Wait, I'm confused by that whole Tarzan, Troyzan thing. Like, one guy came out right at the beginning of saying he was Tarzan. Did this guy Troy just follow him, or was that?
I'm Tarzan.
Confused.
Well, it's like all of a sudden everybody's introducing themselves, and it's like, I'm Dudley Do-Right. He can't be Dudley Do-Right. I'm Dudley Do-Right.
That's probably why they're plastic surgeon.
Right? The one that looks like it's from a 1980s workout video is the plastic surgeon. Please, who would let their facelift done by that?
That's what I said!
Who? No!
The guy's wearing a shirt from 1980. I had it. I know.
You saw it. You know what you do.
Just got a text from Eliza. She should be in here any second. So she'll be joining us as well. Rhino, you've been kind of quiet here. Just chime in anytime, brother.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm just wondering, there's like 20 people in here, so I'm letting everybody talk.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Okay.
So nice.
He's just here to show off his hot girlfriend, Please. We all know you very well, Rhino. Don't even try to hide.
So, who likes the idol twist? Who doesn't like the idol twist?
I like the fact that there's no clues, personally, and I also really
the fact that there's no Redemption Island.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally. God, sick of that Redemption Island.
I don't
Here's
like that
pussy.
you have to give it to somebody else if you find the wrong one.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I don't like that.
And Sabrina, I wish she would have took she would have put a little bit of thought into who she gave it to.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that she's walking around and she's like, oh, there's a hole in a log. Let me look for an idol. That's stupid. Like, they gotta hide it better than that.
But
She found
haven't they stopped hiding those things a long time ago?
Yeah, where's Russell? He
I'm
would
sending
know.
you a text message, Pat.
You had the hardest. Yao had the hardest though. He had to dig in his own camp.
Below the guy sleeping.
True.
You had the hardest one to find.
Survivor cats.
Survivor Cat Island.
Alright, you girls stop showing us your pussies and let's get on.
Okay.
Hey, Joey, my wife, Kelly says you're pretty. Sandra, she says she likes your hair, and she said that Todd, you're pretty too.
Oh, thank you.
That's the
Yes.
alpha gay male.
Tell her I miss her bunches.
Well, hey, you guys remember last season that she was laid up with?
So was
She's in a knee-high cast now. Just had surgery 5 weeks ago. Busted her leg in 3 places.
No, roller derby
Totally off
again?
topic, but roller derby.
Oh,
Is she doing all right
The
though?
person that pushed her the bill?
She's doing all right. She's never putting on skates again. She's going to be
I
a
bet.
coach now. So
Oh, wow.
By choice.
three surgeries in 2 years.
Wow,
Oh
that's terrible.
Lord.
Wow, that's a bit much.
It's a dangerous sport, for sure.
Look at her. She's with her crutches. Are you there?
Oh, I love your hair.
Your hair is awesome. Yes.
They said your hair's awesome.
I bet her cast is funky. Tell her what I said.
What'd you say,
Her cast
Sandra?
is funky and it itches.
She says, you hope her cast is funky and it itches?
No, I bet.
Oh, you bet. She's trying to talk me into fashioning some kind of crazy itching tool out of a wire coat hanger.
There she is.
Eliza!
How's it going?
Where's Eliza? I
Where
don't
is
see her
she? I
yet.
don't see her.
Oh, there she is.
I see her. She's right there. Hi, Eliza. Eliza, how was Kilimanjaro?
It was amazing.
That's right.
It looked unbelievable.
Oh, wow, you look tan.
Oh, I'm not tan at all. I must
I
have
can't
been
even
bronze
see
in
her.
the ocean.
Dick, you better hurry up. We only got 30 minutes left.
Yeah, we need to get a move on here. Everybody's been like saying hi to everybody else since we haven't seen each other in a few months. But let's get this moving a little bit. Who here would? Did we lose somebody? Who here would be? Oh, I think we lost Rhino.
We
There he
back.
is. Who here would have the balls, the audacity, the insecurity to go begging for an idol from the other tribe immediately?
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Sounds great.
That was really
It
weird.
worked.
It was
worked.
kind
He
of
was
weird,
the
and
only
it
one
also
that
It
was over
worked.
there.
Yeah, it was also
You don't
weird
think
that
that-
right after he'd said that, she went out and found it.
gave it
and
to
you had to give it away. Like,
Don't you think
I think
they gave it to her
Colton,
so she would give it to him?
somebody wants Colton around for a while.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
mean, I found it
but
weird
he
that
can
she
only
was
last
going to
for
the
so
bathroom.
long.
Why were they filming her? Like, if she was she said she finished going to the bathroom. And that's like,
Was she?
Yeah. So it's a little bit bizarre, but
You know what though? Rob did the same thing. He told the girls on the beach, "I'm going to go to the bathroom," and then he went and found the idol. You remember that?
To me, I think that it's so obvious that he's already aligning with the other tribe. That
Please, who is he gonna align with? Jay? Mr. Abercrombie and Fitch wannabe? Like, he sounds like David Beckham
Okay,
from Alabama.
How do you like the fact that the four frat boys get together in a 9-person tribe and
Yeah.
exclaim that they are now controlling the tribe? Did
Yeah.
none of these people took a math class?
What'd you guys call them?
They're models, Dick. They're models.
And then the black guy.
Eliza, that happened on your season.
I think they're using that new math. It's that new math.
I couldn't hear you, Sandra. Go ahead.
That it was the first 3, and then when the black guy came up, they included him also.
There's a black guy in there?
Yeah,
Bill Paisley.
It's like saying
I
midget.
think it's
Sandra, you
Bill.
can't say
Bill Paisley.
Hey, Lex would say midget. I say midget. Midgets get pissed. They say little people.
I said that off air, Dick.
Sorry.
I didn't ask you to pull me out of the closet, you fucker. You are such a cocksucker.
Look, but going back to they knew that he was going to be on the outs. That's why they made that idol for them to find it and give it to somebody else. That idol, for all we know, was in the female location. That's why she found it so fast. And they knew that he was going to be drawn to these women. So maybe they were like, this is how we're going to save him for the first episode. Because this kid is good TV.
You know what I think is going to happen? Here's my prediction. I think one of the jocks is going to come out at some point and say, you know what, you guys, I'm actually gay too.
All of them are gay.
Let me put it to the panel. Who is more of an outcast, Colton or Cochran from last season? In their tribes. Come on now, that's a fair question.
And their tribe, Colton.
Colton.
What does he doesn't even try? He doesn't try. He's running around like, I'm like,
Yeah. Oh my God, you do that so well, Todd.
I had no other option but to try to ingratiate myself.
Where is it?
No, but I think that in any situation like that, you have to try to fit in at least a little bit because it is a game of getting farther. And, you know, I mean, I don't know.
He's playing my gameplay. He's friends with the women. That's what I did, except for he has only men on his tribe. He's just lucky to have women next door. That's
Yeah,
what
but
I did.
don't you think that this men-woman split is gonna last what, like a few weeks at most? I mean, there's gonna be a tribal swap, and then he's gonna be in the best position of any of the men.
However, they have to go on with the one world theme because that's the title. They have to do it somehow.
But there's gonna be a swap, and then they'll still all live on the same beach.
Yeah. Of course,
eventually.
We already know how much he's going to annoy everybody because his closest ally's already calling him a fucking virus.
A virus.
That guy's days are numbered. I'll bet you my house that guy is not going to win this game.
He's getting the ace from Gabon Edit, where he's the quote-unquote villain who's going to be 11th place. Done.
I didn't even see him as a villain. I just saw him as somebody.
Irritating. Irritating was the first word that came to my mind.
Probst has been saying that he's going to be the villain this season, that he's a bigot, that he's all these things. I mean, he's gay and he's a Republican. It's like these are things that don't comport. Like he obviously's got some, issues.
He's a member of the gay crowd, man.
Are you trying to say that Probst has a hard-on for him?
No, I think maybe, but Probst says he's the villain and that he's like has insinuated that he's like a bigot.
Now in the preview for next week, it shows Colton showing his tribe that he's showing them that he has the idol in the preview for next week. How do you think this is going to play out?
I didn't see where he was showing them the idol. I just saw.
No, here's the
right there.
Here's the still of it right here.
And look at the look on his face. It's so matter of fact, like,
Where is he? Which one is he?
He's the one furthest left.
He might be like he's holding a sock over the fire. Like, it doesn't look like anything.
Looks like a binky.
I think he's hoping that he'll be able to stick with the people that vote in the first place.
People seem to be able to keep their mouths closed, though.
I mean, the guys already said, that guy Matt, who, by the way, I cannot stand that guy, and as soon as he goes, I will be so excited.
He's the worst.
I cannot stand it. The fact that he said, I'm a lawyer, but I'm not going to tell anybody.
This guy, yeah.
So he says...
He gives all of us lawyers a bad name. He gives us a bad name.
He's got a bad haircut, too.
He reminds me of a douchebag, and everybody knows.
Yeah, the lawyer is from San Francisco. He may be gay.
He wants to use Colton to
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Let's go to the challenge. We got music.
Dude, vibrate!
It's Charlie!
Okay, let's go to the clip.
Charlie!
Let's go to the clip where Jeff Probst is explaining to everyone how to jump in the cargo net. Let's roll that.
Nobody listens when he talks.
This is a very high fall. Make sure you keep your arms to your chest and land on your back. Here we go.
That was so voiceover.
And reward in the form of fire.
He probably told them before the challenge, right?
He said it a few times.
It's a voiceover.
Look, no, they jumped and they're not worried about nothing.
They don't like people getting mad at that.
Sabrina landed feet first. Land on your back.
Go, Nina!
That's dangerous.
Nina with a face plant.
I don't like that.
He gives it a go. Ow! He falls hard on the hand. Keep your hands to your chest. Here comes Alicia.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
Cole lands hard. Feet first. The last guy to go right now.
So almost nobody listened to him, and if you afterwards, It looked like she was jumped in like a gang, the Crips or the Bloods like jumped her and beat the shit out of her.
She kneed her face.
Oh, it was terrible.
Like she's a meth
Hey, that
addict.
chick used to be SWAT. She's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, she used to be SWAT?
Yeah.
Wow.
If a SWAT chick can't jump on that thing right, you got to know that it's not exactly the easiest thing to do.
He did explain it a few times, and nobody was like, I think that they were so nervous. It was their first competition, so on and so
Well, it's
forth.
hard to land it back. It's really hard to land.
Spider challenge. Remember, you guys had to climb up.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to land on your back because, I mean, I took a stunt class once, and that was like the test, and it is really difficult to do that, even for people that have been trained, because there's such a level of trust there. And this is a challenge in the middle of nowhere, and these people, clearly most of them are not athletic anyway, so...
I think it's human nature to put your hands down anyway, like catch yourself. So
yeah, like the old trampoline tricks in school. Remember, you used to land with your...
Courtney ended up breaking her wrist in like 3 places somewhere.
Yeah, Sandra, what did you say about her having a tumor? What was that?
That she went, at the beginning of this week, she went in for a wellness check, and they found out that she had a tumor the size of a grapefruit in her abdomen, and they took it out, and it was cancerous. And she, as we speak, is in the hospital because she had a podcast with Sister Nino, and she said that this morning or yesterday. This morning, because yesterday was the oh my God.
Yeah.
So because she broke her wrist, she ended up finding the
that's
tumor.
already done, but she went for a wellness appointment.
Okay.
And they found.
Well, you think with all the blood tests and stuff that they do before going on the show, Jimmy Johnson has
that's what I'm curious. That's what I'm curious about as to why couldn't it would have shown up if it is such late stage.
Yeah.
Would it though?
How would it have
only if you're
shown
not
up
looking
if it's in
for
her
it.
abdomen? They don't
No, but if it's a cancer, it puts some poison, it puts toxins in the blood. You can check it out. Yeah, unless it's in some really muscular location, but it's really weird.
The uterus is a very muscular location.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, so things like ovarian cancer, uterine.
You look like a doctor right now, Yaman, with your degree in the background.
I got Zombie White Houston in the chat room said the cop lady looked like an extra from The Walking Dead.
I watched The Walking Dead, and she doesn't look that bad.
I felt really bad for her. I mean, there's nothing worse than being injured out there, especially at the beginning, because you're in pain already, and then to multiply that by being actually in pain is...
Well, I want to say, if Courtney is watching now or watches it all, I want to send her my best. I had a little baby crush on her watching last night's episode. I won't lie.
With her little whale hat.
I had hearts popping up above my head. I thought she was all get out, and I hope she's going to be all right. I feel terrible about that.
I hope so too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we all send out the best, and to add on to that on a separate note, Ethan's going through the same thing. I read something about Jenna saying that he needs some kind of transplant, but.
He's getting a stem cell transplant.
He's getting the stem cell.
His brother's going to give it to him. I actually hung out with Ethan about a week ago in San Francisco for a couple days.
Oh, nice.
And his spirits are quite good. He's he's getting ready for what's going to be an incredibly tough 5 or 6 weeks in the bubble. He's going to be completely cut off and then virtually in a hermetically sealed room while he goes under intense chemotherapy, radiation, and then gets a full stem cell transplant from his brother. So it is going to be hardcore, but if anybody can kick this thing's ass, it's Ethan. I mean, his spirits are really high, and he's such a tough motherfucker. I think he's gonna be just fine, but I send all my love to him from here for sure.
Yeah, I know that
me
everybody's wishing him that best.
Definitely.
He's had a rough go of it, and he's still in the middle of it. So we all wish him the best, and Courtney the best.
And he just ran a half marathon last week as well, incidentally.
Yeah, he's done a couple of them. I know he did the Disney one not that long ago, and
I mean, I tip my hat.
You gotta be kidding me. That is insane.
What's impressive about him is he just doesn't stop. He doesn't let something like cancer.
He's got such a good attitude about it and a positive outlook as well, which it must be very tough.
And yet it's funny because he just turned 38, and he and I were talking over a few beers, and he said, yeah, I just turned 38. I'm all, well, fuck, dude, that's how old I was when we did Africa. and he's all, the fuck, I could do that now. And not because it's physical. He's all, I don't know that I could sit there and have the patience to deal with all those young people at this age. Are you actually turning into an old man?
No. I think when you get older, you have more patience with people, just because you realize how stupid it is.
Except until you get over 55, then you get less patience.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened with me on Heroes and Villains, honestly. I think I've just, over the years, matured to the point where I was like, I could see the end instead of worrying about what was right in front of me for the first time ever in that game.
Jerry, you guys already talked about your commercial?
Oh, yeah, we've touched on it a little bit, yeah.
And we said that there's a few more of us on this panel. Not us like me, but we have Cochran and Sandra that will also be doing one of those commercials in the near future.
That is not an original. Fuck that.
I am basically Shambo, so I mean, I can see my idea.
He's a newbie, but he's original.
He was the breakout star from last season.
What's an original?
That's what they call it. I don't know. They say like my Survivor original moment is, and then you say.
So what constitutes an original moment?
Well, mine was just flipping, even though a million people have done that before. So it wasn't
me,
really.
It was
I
just
mean,
winning 2 times. That was my original.
That's original, yeah.
That's why I had to say.
I only won twice. Like what? Sorry.
Yeah.
Good job.
Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about? The Monica chick that had the chicken. She was holding on to the chicken. The chicken's trying to get away. Did we already talk about that?
That wasn't Monica.
What was
Chelsea? Chelsea?
No.
Chelsea.
That was
Chelsea.
the Culpeppers, her with the red shirt.
The country girl.
Chelsea.
No,
Chelsea.
the country girl grabbed them.
Oh wait, that's Culpepper's wife?
No, that's not Culpepper's wife.
I know there's an NFL wife.
Hold on.
Which one?
That's from South Carolina, right? That's Chelsea.
I think she's hot. That country girl is hot.
Right. But when
You guys notice? Look, you guys, all the girls this season have
Christina was
big
trying to
boobs.
make fire. The chicken was trying to run out from her hands, and she just snatched, just did like this little chicken.
You know what? Everybody on this season is way too good looking. I mean,
There's a requirement. Elijah, you will not qualify for this season. They're all 36 C's, okay?
Okay, hold on. The plastic surgeon that looks like the cowboy from last season is not too good.
Somebody thinks Tarzan's hot.
I do.
They cast really young, attractive people because of the one world twist. They want mingling and they want romance.
Yeah.
I bet the producers were disappointed that they've been so cut off from each other. If they really want some sort of.
Eventually, the guys are going to be, instead of freaking out and siding with Matt, who's a total tool, they're going to eventually be horny.
Yeah, just another couple weeks, yeah. Their testosterone level will rise and they will get too horny.
They're all going to hop on top of Colton, is what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Eventually, those swimsuits are going to start losing their elasticity and getting a little bit baggy-saggy, and those boobs are going to start hanging out. The guys will come running over.
Alright, we're going to end up with another Philip Shepard, the specialist with the pink underwear and his dick hanging out.
I miss him. Whatever happened to him?
I'm sure he'll be
Still
back soon.
rescuing gorillas.
Play again.
Alright, let's go around the horn here, and I want to see hands. The guys take the win by default. Who would have done it? Who would have finished the challenge?
I would have
finished it.
No chance.
I would have. Fuck that.
Are you kidding? You didn't have to ask Sandra that. You know she would have taken it.
Take the win.
Take the win.
No, I would have waited.
Because I would have ended up on the chick trap losers, give us a chance.
So wait,
I would have finished the challenge.
Really? Why?
Yeah, that's idiotic.
I would have finished.
That's what I say.
Because this is sending a message. It's sending a message way too early on in the game. Like, hey, you guys are over here, we're over there.
What if something would have happened and they would have lost and they would have
Nobody wants to go first.
Wait a minute.
Nobody wants to go first.
Speak, girl.
No.
We lost her.
Where'd she go?
We lost the line.
Can I tell you, pause? Dun.
Is she coming back? There she is.
Of course, I lose you guys. Right when I want to tell you something, I lose you. Damn it! Wait. So I was on a men versus women season where the first challenge was balance beam challenge. The men were leading, and Chris Doherty blew that challenge for the men. Fell off the balance beam 15 times. Daniel Liu did the exact same thing. If these men watch those seasons, of course they're not going to take that risk that one of their guys can't get across the beam. They have to take immunity. Have to.
No, you can't
They had leave.
It's stupid. It's $1 million, and I think it would be stupid for them not to. That's only my opinion.
No, they did absolutely the right thing, and Eliza brings up a good point, and my wife and I talked about this last night. We were watching. If that was a regular challenge that didn't have that balance beam right there it's either the Widowmaker or the Equalizer, but those balance beams, all you need is one person that doesn't have good balance, and your entire fucking game is gone. It's dead. It's done. So,
And it's usually a guy.
In my heart, would I want to finish the challenge? Yeah, but you know what? That would have been. You're asking for it. That's the dumbest damn move on Survivor.
Exactly. It would have been the dumbest move in Survivor history.
It's like giving up your immunity idol.
It's
the same.
Yes,
that's what everybody
Giving
would
up your
say.
immunity idol.
Or it would have been like going home with it in your pocket. That would have been the.
Because you have it, and then you give it away.
That's right. It's just stupid. I think so too. So we got kind of a little bit of
This ain't Big Brother, Dick. This ain't Big Brother.
I don't give a shit. It's the first week. By the time you get to the end, all these people are going to forget about the first week anyway. They're going to go through so much, it's not going to really.
They're not going to forget about Matt. Matt is he's being way too arrogant, way too soon. I just.
Do you have an engaged woman little crush, Jerry?
No.
Are you sure?
I just can't stand the arrogance. It's like, come on.
Don't protest too loudly, Jerry.
Yeah.
Let's go. Two more things, and we'll hit video mail. We're running out of time. Let's go to Tribal Council, and already we're in the middle of a cat fight, and they don't even have to send anybody home.
Yeah, I love that.
I mean, really.
Nice, Jeff. Thanks.
They didn't see Courtney there. They didn't see her there. What on earth would possess you to fight with someone when you know she's not coming back in the game?
They're so dumb, Liza. They're dumb. They don't know what's going on.
Patrick, come on, chime in here.
I'm getting used to the dynamic of this. I don't know if it's rude to interrupt over these veterans of the art.
No! Stick your foot
in! Yeah. I thought the behavior of Tribal Council was ridiculous. I guess. Do you think Christina would have been voted off had they gone to a vote? Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So probably. It seemed like I didn't really get the fight. She's
the Asian girl, the Oriental.
Oh, okay, guys.
The dragon lady. They have to find a dragon lady.
We don't refer to people as Oriental.
No, she's a dragon lady, and they found a Chinese woman, big boobs. Okay.
Or Oriental. Humans are Asian.
Chinese?
She's Chinese. Yes. I think so. Not Cambodian. It's a Chinese name or a Cambodian name, but I think it's Chinese.
Where's the sushi guy from?
Utah.
Utah, yeah. No, he's from Salt Lake City. Please, it's Jonas. Thank you.
This is the guy that speaks like right?
No, that's Jay.
Oh, sorry.
That's Jay.
It's hard to keep track.
Utah.
Someone was tweeting me like, oh my god, that guy's such a loser. He wore his chef jacket. He thinks he's so cool. I was like, he obviously didn't choose to wear his chef jacket.
He's like, dear CBS, please let me wear my sushi chef jacket on his order. Thank you. Just like that chonga, the Puerto Rican chick was like, please let me wear these 6-inch heels, and then she probably did. Anyway.
That's the one with their boobs popping out in her vagina.
The girl, Courtney, the one that broke her arm, she was saying on her interview earlier that from the minute that they got to camp, that the 5 women had established an alliance, and they were isolated from the other 4, so they just gravitated to each other because they didn't have a choice, and that she knew once she got hurt that if she wasn't there to back up Christina would go home. So obviously there was something already going on from the beginning where they were separated 5-4.
Well, they better get this shit together and start winning a few competitions here. or they're going to be picked off one by one.
It just started. Give them a chance.
No, I'm just saying. They didn't look like they were very, getting things coordinated in that competition. They look pretty bad.
Oh, they'll do a puzzle next or something, so it's even.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the preview for next week made it look like
That's what the balance beam
was.
was for.
The balance
Yeah,
beam.
that's right, Todd. That's what
True.
the balance beam, it was to even it up. Halfway
And then
through.
she broke her arm and she ruined it. Sorry.
Does
I'm
anybody have a favorite to win at this point yet?
No,
Leave.
No.
I don't even know who's who yet.
Leave.
I'm betting on Tarzan.
The little person?
I'm going on little guy. Little guy for the win. Little guy for the win.
I like him.
He's talking about the little person.
I like the little person. What's his name?
Leaf.
Leif?
I love him. I think
Leif.
that guy's badass.
Yeah,
That makes more sense than
Do you
T.
like
And I like
his
him.
nipple piercings?
What's
Leaf
that?
has nipple piercings? Did anyone else have a little nipple?
I got nipple piercings too. I do.
I think, what I think would be funny is to see the little person hang from your nipple piercings.
Oh my god.
Do a few pull-ups or something.
Does anybody else feel the way I do
It's
about
Russell
the women?
Hands. He's got the fedora, everything. Just saying.
I thought about that too.
He's back.
I was like, he's wearing Russell's hat, and he's really
They're the
little.
same height.
I know that Russell wanted to say something about how excited he was that there's someone actually that's shorter than he was on the show this season. We gotta wrap this up.
And no one will ever call Labor Tea.
True.
You don't know that yet. Give it a chance. You never know. Let's go to do some video mailbags real quick and before we sign up.
Hey,
Youngster.
Zone, I'm a huge fan, and I just wanted to ask this Ty, and I just want to know, would you think that Japan would be an excellent place for like an all-star season? Because I think it would, because Japan has a lot of nice locations that they could do Survivor. And
Oh, Japan.
also, I want to know if I should do
Spit it
a
out.
men versus women season, but with like all-stars also. That would be, I think that would be pretty good.
No.
They've already done since they're gonna do 3 seasons of men versus women, why not have an all-star season about it? I think that'd be pretty cool. Okay.
Oh, we'd kill each other for
Yeah.
real.
Well, the question
Colton.
is, do you think Japan would be a good location to do?
Yes.
And why have they done one in Japan? I don't think so. Have they?
No.
Why not? We're like friends with Japan.
Is it warm there?
There are no remote places there. It's too overpopulated and it's too cold. It's too cold. So people will die. People will die.
That nuclear power
20
plant where you had that
installations
accident, I bet that's pretty abandoned right about now.
Right, they did China. It's bigger, yes, but still, they could do it in Japan, and it would be awesome. It'd be beautiful. Japan's beautiful.
And there's a bunch of little islands right around there that belong to Japan. It's not
I
just
think
like
it'd be
the island of
beautiful.
Japan.
Men's versus women's all-stars, though? Please. The women would win because the men would be just disastrous. I'd hate everybody.
I would love that, being on a tribe with like Sandra, Jerry, Parvati, Courtney. I'd be
That was already done.
Hold on a minute.
They could be Shambos and
Twyla.
But what
Twyla.
I remember, you didn't do very good in a men's versus women there, Eliza.
Fourth
Yeah,
place,
she
not
did.
that bad. Fourth place.
It's pretty good.
But you were like picked on the whole entire season. Am I wrong?
Yeah, and I kept second.
I loved Eliza, and
It was like brutal watching that.
Favorites.
And you can
Okay,
only
let-
learn from your experiences anyway, so, I mean... Right?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Let's roll the next one.
okay, Kelly Clarkson.
Hey guys, I can't believe season 24 has finally come out, and I am so
either.
excited that this new season started off with such a big, huge, awesome episode, you know? It was really, really fun. I loved the dynamics of it, and honestly, I hope every episode is this epic, because this episode was just
Epic.
awesome. Anyway, so I just wanted to ask you guys, who are your favorite contestants this season? I'm sure you guys have already discussed that, and I'm just sounding redundant, but you know what? Screw it. That's my question. So, let me know who you guys think your favorite is. Also, my favorite right now has got to be Sabrina. She is a goddess.
If I had
Which
to pick
one is
somebody-
Sabrina?
Wait. Hold on, we have someone in the chat room that is saying that this guy really needs to clean his room. Just to start off with.
First of all, I want to say that kid is me if I was not on the show. I'd be so excited, like, oh my gosh, like he's awesome. I like him. I really do.
Well, it must be pretty cool being able to like communicate a question to
He was so excited. He was so excited. Yes, he does need to clean his room, but he was so excited.
I didn't even notice.
I didn't notice.
I've been staring at Jerry's lava lamp this whole time.
That's because you're on acid.
Can I answer?
Yes,
I
you can
answer
answer.
too.
I want to hear Cochran answer.
I will answer.
After
Thank
me,
you, Yao Man.
after me, Yao. I'm also going to pick Sabrina. I didn't like that she gave Colton the idol. It could be maybe to save him and get rid of one of the alpha males, but I would have preferred if she gave it to somebody else for the long run, because I feel like Colton's days are numbered. Whether he uses the idol now or tomorrow, he's not going to stick around for long. But, I mean, or her reason could have been to get rid of one of the alpha males so that they can have a better. I feel like Sabrina is the best bet.
I personally, I like the country girl.
Chelsea.
And I also like the woman that is the wife of the football player.
Monica.
Monica, I like
Monica.
her too. Those are my two faves.
No, you're
I
staying
like,
with the women. I think Eliza's probably staying with the women.
I think the women. I mean, I like Kim and Alicia, mainly because I know Alicia's a little bit abrasive and everything, but I mean, they were the two that really created the 5-person alliance within 10 seconds of the game starting. We saw last season that a 5-person alliance can dominate it. Right, yeah, and then that's the other reason, yeah.
Don't you think that's a mistake a lot of times, because you don't even know who you're aligning with, and a lot of times you end up aligning with these assholes that you can't fucking stand.
Yeah, but it's about the numbers at the end of the day.
Yeah, but that's why the secret weapon is a 3-person alliance. You find the 2 that you really trust, and then you get 2 that are kind of second tier, but they think that they're in the alliance.
Yeah,
You know what?
the cast-offs.
It's pretty funny because watching that scene where they were right away carrying all this stuff, like getting their alliance together, I was completely taken back to Australia, because that is exactly what I did back then before I knew any better.
Yeah.
It was like immediately the second I got off that plane, I looked around, I assessed everybody, I said, I'm going to make an alliance, I'm going to be the first one to do it. Yeah. And yeah, it hardly ever really works in your favor. It can, obviously.
But everybody's afraid of being the
Right
last
there.
man left out of the any alliance and kind of on their own, which is kind of what happened to you, Cochran, right?
I was a mess out there. Yeah, I mean, I think
It was a mess.
I think the big problem with my season was having the returning players, because it creates somebody that everybody else automatically rallies around, and the fact that Ozzy was our returning player, that means that the other kind of athletic, jockish people are automatically going to rally around him. So that created this majority of Keith, Whitney, Elise, Ozzy, and then Jim kind of on the periphery. So I was on the defensive from the very beginning, and it just screwed me up.
That's why I didn't watch your season.
We all agreed that we hated the returning players. We just...
Yeah.
That is the only reason I didn't see you play, Cochran, is because I was so infuriated that on separate teams. I was so pissed that I was like, I'm not watching.
I think that was like a last resort. I don't think that was like the intent. I think they were going to have like a fans versus favorites season or some other returning players thing. And like I don't think that the Redemption Island was that well received that they were like, let's do it again with like 2 somewhat lesser known people.
No, I think folks really wanted Coach to win.
It has to be all or nothing. They have to be all returning players or none.
I had money on Cochran, and he lost me money, so I'm a little upset. But I was rooting for you.
Listen, I wanted Cochran to flip again. You had the opportunity to flip back again and really fuck the game up. And that's what I was hoping for, and you didn't end up doing it.
All right, so in terms of my answer to that guy's question,
Okay, go.
I really like Kim also. I also like that she was like, I'll form this girl alliance and the girls are all like girl power, but that's not what I'm about, but I'll still really just kind of go with it, and I like that about her. I find most of the guys pretty terrible. Like, two grown men calling themselves Tarzan as a nickname, unacceptable. You know, the four douchey young guys. You know, of the douchey young guys, my favorite is Michael, the one who stole stuff from the women, because smart, that's exactly what he should be.
Eliza, do you not feel like he looks just like, remember a couple seasons ago they said we're taking all of the winners from the past and putting their photo together, and they put that photo up, it looks like Michael.
He's good looking. He's a really
creepy photo.
You gotta find that photo.
I don't know what
We
this
gotta find that photo. You've got to
Find
see
the
it.
photo.
Jeff Probst put it together. You got it. Well, I'll find it.
I don't think Jeff is the one that did the Photoshop work on that.
I'm sure he didn't do it himself. He pretends he did it, but
I want to see his mohawk when he runs out of gel power.
I'm going for my countrywoman Christina.
Oh, Yellman, you're
I like the country girl.
But you guys just like the banjo music they played in the background. It reminds me of Deliverance.
She's like, don't mess with the country girl. She caught those chickens like they were standing still.
Is that Kim or is that Chelsea? Is that Kim?
No, that's Chelsea. She's the one with the southern accent.
Okay, really quick, because we got to wrap this up soon. A show of hands, was it right or wrong for the women or her to go back on the deal with the chickens after they made the deal to start with? Whoever catches them, we split them up. Then she
didn't make the deal.
I don't think so.
It doesn't matter.
She's not the one who made the deal.
I
not the
believe she
one.
was.
Yeah, the one that made the deal didn't catch the chicken.
Yeah,
Right.
they stole
The one
an
who-
axe from them. Why wouldn't they want to negotiate? They were being smart about it, and that's why that guy Matt was all like, she's going to get back. And I was like, dude, you forgot where you're at. That's all.
he forgot that he has balls
well.
and needs to get his
He
ass
don't need the
together.
chicken. He could take his ass in the ocean and get a clam or a conch.
Done.
Out of his pants? Okay, let's go
I
to
thought you were going to say he needed to wash his ass, Andrew, like the old days.
Oh, we got Super Jude. For those of you on Twitter,
This is Super Jude. My question is pretty simple. If you were Alicia and Christina and you just had that fight at Tribal Council, would you not then try to make some kind of alliance afterwards that nobody would see coming because you just had that fight? Or do you think these two women will be too headstrong to actually figure out that strategy?
I think that's a good question.
I think that's true.
We're all just worn down to a nub out there, and you are who you are. And if you're somebody that could do that, in any other situation, then you might do that. But most people, you just, you align with the people that you want to hang with for the most part. I mean, is that right?
Totally.
It's really hard. I ended up in an alliance with Scout and Twyla, who were so evil to me and who I got in those screaming fights with. And it was really, really hard to go past your emotions and align with someone who you knew was better for your game.
That makes you better equipped to play Survivor by definition.
See,
the fact that you could do that, I mean, it gives you more. You got more weapons in your arsenal than a lot of other people because you
Big
can pull
Brother
it
is
off.
different from Survivor, but in my season, the season 8, I aligned with everyone on that season at one point or another besides the first 3 voted out. Even those of you that watched, Jen. Jen kept me in the house during a vote against Dustin, which nobody could believe. It was because we were in an alliance together, even though we hated each other. You have to be able to, use that. I believe you have to leave those doors open. And it's been a long time since we've seen a good secret alliance. And I think that would be a good move.
Yeah, but you're not going to see it from these two girls because Alicia is not going to let it happen, and then the Christina chick seems like she's pushy and headstrong, so
It'll never happen.
Girl is like,
Yeah, I agree. It's going to go on.
Women hold grudges.
Even they're saying in the chat room that they will never be friends. They'll keep fighting until one of them goes, and that's what I believe. I think we got one more video, Matt Bag, and I'm sure it's Arno.
Hey, it's Erno from Finland.
Hey, it's Erno.
First, thanks for your postcard. This means a lot to
look
me.
at that.
Okay, Courtney got removed from the game. My question is Survivor much tougher these days than it used to be? Because in earlier season there were hardly any removes from the game, except for Mike Stupid. But these days it seems like every season someone gets hurt and gets removed from the game. So are people more careless, or is Survivor simply just tougher? Okay. And Jerry, if you're watching this, I love you.
Is it to me, or does it look like he's shooting that like in a psychiatric ward with the white wall?
He just looks more foreign than ever. It's like he's straight from Sweden or something.
I don't know. I love you, Daddy.
Thank you very much. I love
Oh my gosh. Hi, Erno. It's very nice to see you again. I'm glad to be back.
Sandra, that was very nice of you, Sandra, to send him a postcard.
Sassy graph. How could I say
Sassy graph.
That's what it is, a sassy graph.
A sassy graph.
Personally, I mean, if I were to answer that question, I would say no. Survivor is not as hard as it used to be. It's just not. But
I think it used to be much tougher.
yeah, we were tougher back in the day. Nobody quit back in the day when we started that show. Are you kidding me? That just did not happen. It wasn't even like they made sure that they got people who wanted to be there. You know,
They would die before they quit.
There's
And I wrote
too much
about like I sliced my hand open with a machete, like literally like hit the machete to my hand, blood gushing everywhere. I was like, it was this filthy machete. It was day like 30 something. I was like, can I just get an alcohol swab to clean it out? I'm like crying. They're like, if you want an alcohol swab, you can quit the game.
Yeah.
Like I could not have an alcohol swab. To
we weren't allowed to have Band-Aids. Are you
no
kidding me?
Band-Aid. They're like, if you want a Band-Aid, you can quit.
Yeah.
And now they're getting like.
My kidneys went into failure in Africa, and I pissed straight blood out of my dick for 4 days. And they said you got 4 days to clear it up, and on the 4th day, I cleared it up because I was drinking more water and I wasn't working as hard. But back then they were like, you know, and I mean, they just didn't quit back then. And I honestly think that I'm starting to question the caliber of player that they're casting. Not everybody, but some of them seem like so much window dressing. Really pretty guys with like six-pack abs, but if you ask those guys to actually live something really hard, I think they might cry a lot quicker than
Those guys are always targeted first, and they don't usually last that long.
Well, I think it all goes
except for Todd.
Right.
I think it all goes back to the fact that they're recruiting people. You know, they're like going to bars and finding people and going, "Hey, you want to be on Survivor?" And people are like, "I don't watch that fucking show." And they're like, "Perfect, but you're hot. Let's get you on there." It's like that's why it's so much easier for them to quit because they have nothing emotionally invested in it.
I don't understand why they do that because you know that they get 50,000, 100,000 applicants go to the live ones sending in stuff.
I still think that a season with nothing but uber fans, like people that are sending in videos every single season, I mean, just over and over, those people want it more than anything in the world, and I think that would be the best season ever, and I don't know why they don't do it!
Because that goes
but
back and forth.
There are a few people this season who, Colton, for his 10th birthday party, had him and 15 other kids play the game of Survivor. Like, he's like a pretty diehard fan.
Okay,
Troy Zan is an applicant, and Michael, the banker, said this was his like 3rd or 4th time applying, and so we have a few this season who like I think really care and want to be there.
I think they should all be like that.
I'm
going to take an example from last season's Big Brother with Adam the Bacon Boy. Huge fan, does trivia, Big Brother nights, gets on the show and sucks a huge dick. He was so fucking boring, didn't make any moves. Casting must be very tough because people are one-way casting and they're different when they get on the show.
But you get those same people from recruits that you do in that situation. It's a crapshoot regardless.
It is a crapshoot.
I think the biggest problem now, Jerry, is like when you applied, there was like millions of people applying, so they picked the best of the best. Now it's like a bunch of campers, lesbians, and young teen gay boys. That's it.
And Cochrane.
No, I'll tell you, I knew that there was 80,000 applicants.
And you got bold because you were good.
But now they only have 25 to 35,000 applicants.
Really?
They don't have that much. No, this is a lot lower. It's very low. Yeah, it's much lower than right after Australia was when they got the maximum. That was
yes.
Yeah,
I heard it was like 150,000 after Australia.
But by the time after the All-Star, that was had the most. Yeah. And after that, they're now down to 25 to 30,000 applicants.
I do agree though with them recruiting and going to modeling agencies and actors management and all this other bullshit. I think they really did start looking. They can find some good fans that want to be on the show. And
and they don't all have to be good looking. I mean,
no,
come on. I miss the dorky, like overweight girl that nobody thinks is going to do very well.
Well, I want to see everybody looking a little bit different. Like when they get a bunch of generically good-looking people, it makes it even harder to keep track of them.
I couldn't tell you any of the women's names. They all look the same.
I know,
and the dudes too.
Courtney and
we had to, with the Roberts with the 3 dispensable blondes.
I love Courtney. That's what I'm saying. Courtney, Leaf, Alicia, because she stood out, and maybe Chelsea. I don't. Everyone else is kind of a blur to me.
Yeah, and it takes a while to get him
Leaf, because he's this big.
Well, he's going to be easy, and so is Colton, because he's, I believe it. Okay, let's wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I really do appreciate it. Cochran, thanks for dropping in.
My pleasure.
If you can, you're more than welcome any and all these weeks to join us. And next time, don't feel bad about jumping in.
Jump in, dude.
I'm just getting myself
I'm glad we had a couple of ladies on the show too.
Absolutely.
What's that?
That I'm glad you guys are here. You and Eliza's here, and I'm not the only one.
Sandra was always worried about being the only woman. I want to remind everybody.
Sandra can hold her own.
Too.
For the rest of the people watching, I do want to remind once again that we do have a PayPal donate button. If you can help us out, this
give
is
us $1.
A lot of money. Yeah, $1, $2, $3, we're all good with that. It all helps out. Click on that button and donate to us, and we will see you all next week. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Can we put it on podcast and let